Hi, my dear pupils. Welcome to Krishna Family Earth Science session. Hope you're all safe at home. Can you guess what we are going to discuss in this module? Nope. Let me give you an idea to identify what we are going to discuss. Are you ready? Stop your ears to hear the song.
Oh, the earth has many things we use, like coal and wind and trees. But others are renewable, so there's always some to use. Earth's resources, they exist naturally. So they're called natural resources, and that's a guarantee.
After seeing the complete module, you can get an idea about what is resource, what are all the factors which determine the resource, what are all the types of resources, how to conserve the resource, and what is meant by sustainable development. Here we go into the module. Resource means the things that are used to satisfy the needs. Example is water, fruits, vegetables, and even etc. When the things are available randomly, we cannot name it as resources. When it is used, it is known to be as resources. For example, if your father gets you a pen, until another it is used, it is not a resource, it is just a thing. If you start to write, it is a writing resource. Same as such, waters are available in different form. In the form of lake, in the form of river, in the form of underground water, in the form of waterfalls, in the form of sea. Until another it is used, it does not comes under resources. For making a thing as a resource, we need factors. For making a thing as a resource, what do we need? We need factors. The first and foremost factor which we need is utility or usability. I already told, until you make or until you use the object, it is not a resource, it is just a substance or thing. All the resources have some value. It is the second factor. Value is the second factor. All the resources have some value. Value means worth. You know that the value of a pen, if you bought it for 5 rupee, the value of the pen is 5 rupee. If you bought an ornament for 1 lakh, the value of the ornament is 1 lakh. So all the resource has its value. The third one is time. And the fourth one is technology. The time and technology plays an important role to make a thing to an resource. See the notes part. Some resources have economic value. For example, metal, but a scenery may not. Okay, I'll explain this example. If you take metal, it has an economic value. If you trade the metal, you will earn money. But scenery, it does not have an economic value. You can just enjoy and you can get the feeling. But it is also a resource. Some resources have economic value, some resources just have value. So there is a difference between value and economic value. And some of the resources become valuable if patented. Patent means, the meaning of the word patent means when the technology is applied on it, it becomes patent. Some of the resources become valuable if patent. For that, a fine example you can say is the technological based things that we are using. For example, fire. Before days, fire was initiated by rubbing up the stones. Now you can use lighter and many other things to let up the fire, matchstick. This is a value of the resource being technologically implemented. So pattern means applying a technological methodology to make the resource more valuable. And technology relates to invention. For example, I have already discussed invention of fire and hydroelectricity power from the running water. Water runs, we thought so at first the water is only usable for drinking and cleaning purpose, but as the technology improves, by the running water from the force exerted, we are able to even exert electricity from it. So, resource means the things that are used to satisfy the need, and the factors applied on the resources are utility or usability, value, time, and technology. Now we are going to see about classification of resources. Generally, resources are classified as three types: human made resource, natural resource, and human resource. I am repeating it. Generally, the resources are classified as human made resource, natural resource, and human resource. These natural resources are further classified on several bases, which we are going to discuss in further grade. But let me give an overview about it. Natural resources are divided into several categories based on the basis of certain criteria. What are all those criteria? First one is on the basis of level development. On the basis of level development, it is classified as actual resource and potential resource. On the basis of origin, it is classified as biotic resource and abiotic resource. On the basis of stock, it is classified as renewable resource and non-renewable resource. On the basis of distribution, it is categorized as ubiquitous resource and localized resource. Generally, natural resources are classified on the basis of level development, on the basis of origin, on the basis of stock, and on the basis of distribution. Here in this module, we are totally going to deal about on the basis of stock. On the basis of stock, natural resources are divided or classified into renewable resource and non-renewable resources. Once again I am repeating, types of resources is being classified as human made resource, natural resource, and human resource. Here we are going to discuss about natural resources. Natural resources are the one which are drawn from nature and used without modification. For example, air, water, soil, and minerals. Natural resources are the one which are drawn from nature and used without modification. It is of two types already we know, renewable and non-renewable. Here we are going to discuss about renewable and non-renewable resources. Renewable resources means these resources are renewed or replenished by nature in a short span of time. I am repeating it once again. It can be renewed or replenished by nature itself in short span of time. For example, if you take soil, if the amount of soil get reduced, it can be naturally fulfilled by the natural activities like volcanic eruption, soil erosion, soil leachment. As such activity can once again form the soil. That is what renewable resource means. Renewable resources are the resources which can be renewed or replenished by nature itself in short span of time. Whereas non-renewable resources may or may not be replenished by nature, or it take very long geological time to be formed. For example, if you take coal, The formation of coal requires thousands of years, even 1,000 above years also. If a tree gets decayed under the earth's surface, it turns into coal. It takes more than 1,000 of years to become a coal. Second point, often these are available continuously. For example, solar energy, water. You can daily experience the solar energy through sun. But non-renewable resources are exhausted after use. After use, we cannot get it back immediately. It takes more than thousands of years to get back it. Renewable resource can be divided into continuous resource or flow resource. Non-renewable resource can be divided into recyclable or non-recyclable. So these are all the difference between renewable resource and non-renewable resource. It is the form of natural resource based on the stock availability of resources. Again, I am repeating, renewable resources are the resource which can be replenished by nature in short span of time. It cannot be replenished or may be replenished by nature, but it takes very long geological time. It is continuously available. It can be exhausted. These resources are divided into continuous or flow resource. It is divided into recyclable or non-recyclable resources. See here, the example of renewable resource are solar energy, air, wind, water, tides flowing, and soil, plants. Non-renewable resources are fossil fuels, oil, coal, natural gas, metallic minerals, iron, copper, aluminium, non-metals, minerals, salt, and phosphates. These are all the examples of renewable and non-renewable resource. This is the difference between renewable and non-renewable resource. Next topic is human-made resource. By the name itself, you can get clear the resources that are made by human with the available resource with some technological implementation is known as human-made resource. That is, natural substance become resources only when their original form has been changed. Natural substances become resources only when their original form has been changed. The best example for it is iron ore. Iron ore was not a resource until people extract iron from it. So, iron ore has become resources only by the human. So, it is a human-made resource. And technology that we are using, every technology is also a human-made resource. Money, the invention of electrical appliances, train, transport, all the transport, train, bike, car, building that we are constructing, clothes that we are wearing, laptop, computers, dining table, everything around us that we are using, mobile phone, everything is a human-made resource. These resources are made by the available thing with some technological improvements. Next topic is human resource. The best available resource in the world is human resource. Human resource, only this resource, it's utilizing the natural resource and they are making human-made resource. Human resource are best with leadership, recruiting, performance, training, research, correctness, and equality. Human resource can be flourishing or can lighten up or can achieve only through these qualities. Human resources are utilized in many areas. They are the best resource available in the world. The factors needed for that is for making human as a resource is knowledge, skill, and technology. The three important factors to make human as a resource is skill, knowledge and technology. So only we are saying human as a special resource. Education and health makes us more valuable. Education and health makes human a more valuable resource. Human resource development. Improving the quality of people's skill so that they are able to create more resource is known as human resource development. How we can improve? We can improve through education and skill. This is what known as human resource development. I am repeating once again, improving the quality of people so that they can create more resources is known as human resource development. Conserving resource. How we can conserve the resource? We have to conserve the resource by giving some time for the resource to renew by themselves. That is, we can give time for the resource. For example, even though it is a renewable or non-renewable resource, we have to give time to make them renewed by themselves. As such, we have to conserve the resource. We should not use the resource, all the resource abruptly. For example, now we are facing the problem of scarcity of water. It is because we have not conserved the resource. If water is not available in one area, we are not leaving it. As such, we are further digging in the nearby place through 1000 feet or even 5000 or 10,000 feet to get the water. So that what we are doing, we are not giving some time to renew the water resource. That's what we are facing the problem of scarcity of water. So to conserve the resource, children, keep in mind, we have to give time to get renewed resources. For example, a simple example I am saying, in your body, many parts are there which have the special quality to grow even after cutting it. For example, nails and hair. You will not cut the hair daily. You will give some time for the hair to grow further. After growing, you will make your style or groom yourself in better manner. Even for simple hair, you are giving time to grow, and grooming your style means how you have to conserve the resources. If you conserve the resources now, further our future generation will not suffer with any scarcity or any health problem. Sustainable development. A very important topic in this lesson is sustainable development. That is balancing the need to use resource and also conserve them for future. We should not use all the resources available in the earth by ourselves. We have to manage or keep or preserve or conserve for our future generation also. We have to balance in such a way that we have to follow 3 R's in our life: reducing consumption, recycling and reusing. What we have to do for maintaining sustainable development? We have to follow 3 R's. What are the 3 R's? Repeat with me. Reducing consumption, that is, we have to limit the usage. If we are bathing with 5 buckets of water, we have to reduce the limit to 1 bucket. We have to recycle all the products. We have to recycle all the products that we are using. If you are writing the paper, if your notebook is finished, you are throwing the notebook into the dustbin. But you should not do so. You have to give to proper concern so that they will recycle the paper and they will once again make a new notebook. So that trees are saved and our natural resources are conserved. We have to reuse the product. We have to reuse. This word is familiar to you, so I don't want to explain further about you. So for maintaining sustainable development, how many R's we have to follow? We have to follow 3 R's. What are all that R's? Repeat with me. Reducing, recycling and reusing. Principles of sustainable development. A very important aspect that we have to learn is principles of sustainable development. What are all the principles? We have to respect and care for community of life. We should not be very selfish. We should respect and care our community, that everyone should be utilizing the natural resources. Improve the quality of human life. We have to improve the quality of human life with an circumstance that we are able to save our natural resources. Conserve the earth's vitality and diversity. We have to conserve all the resources available in the earth. Trees, solar energy, water resource, everything we have to give equality. We should not see partiality among the resources and we have to conserve it. Minimize the depletion of natural resources. That is, we should not destroy any natural resources. Keep within the earth's carrying capacity. We should not take any of the resources out, or we should not make it existing. Principles of sustainable development. A very important aspect that we have to learn is principles of sustainable development. What are all the principles? We have to respect and care for community of life. We should not be very selfish. We should respect and care our community, that everyone should be utilizing the natural resources. Improve the quality of human life. We have to improve the quality of human life with an circumstance that we are able to save our natural resources. Conserve the earth's vitality and diversity. We have to conserve all the resources available in the earth. Trees, solar energy, water resource, everything we have to give equality. We should not see partiality among the resources and we have to conserve it. Minimize the depletion of natural resources. That is, we should not destroy any natural resources. Keep within the earth's carrying capacity. Now we have come to the end of the session. We are going to recapitulate what are all the things we have studied. What is resource? Resource is the things that we are utilizing. The things that are utilized is known as resource. Types of resource. Basically, resources of three types: human resource, natural resource, and human-made resources. Natural resource differences. We have natural resources classification on different things, on different areas. In this lesson, we have studied on the availability of stock. On the availability of stock, we have two resources. One is renewable and another one is non-renewable. Renewable resource can be renewed in a short period of time by nature itself. Non-renewable resource cannot be renewed, or it may take some more geological time to renew by itself. Example of renewable resources: solar energy. Example of non-renewable resources: fossil fuel. Renewable resources continuous and flow. Non-renewable resources, it is extinct. Human-made resources. The resources that are made with the implementation of technology is known as human-made resources. For example, mobile phone, building, transport, everything is included inside the human-made resources. Human resources. The utilization of human as a resource by providing them with education and skill is known as human resource. Human resource is one of the valuable resource among all three resources. Human resource development. How we can develop the human resource? By giving education and skill. Conserving resource. How we can conserve the resource? By giving some time for renewing itself. Sustainable development. It means saving the resources for our future generation. It can be achieved by following 3 R's: reusing, recycling, and reconsumption. Principle of sustainable development. We studied some list of principles. Please go through that. Our duties is to protect the natural resources, to give equality for all the resources, and to conserve the resources. Here we have come to our end of the topic. I am ending the session with a quote. Conservation of natural resource described by Mahatma Gandhi. Earth provides enough to satisfy every man's need, but not every man's greed. Yeah, what a fantastic quote it is. Earth provides enough to satisfy every man's need. Yes, definitely it is providing lot of things for us. We are enjoying our life only because we are living inside our blue planet Earth. We should be very thankful to our planet. But what we are doing? We are depleting all the things available in the earth. Is it so? Dear children, please keep in mind, earth is as like our mother. Nobody will beat our mother. Yeah, no? The same way, we should not deplete or destroy anything available in the earth. We have to conserve all the natural resources. But not every man's greed. Yeah, we should not be very greedy that all the things available in the earth is only for us, not for others. Fantastic quote. We should give a great salute to Mahatma Gandhi ji. Thank you everybody. If you have any queries or any doubt, you can ping me or you can even clarify with your parents. Take care. Bye. Catch you next session.